If you're watching this on YouTube, this is a recording of what was a live stream on ustream.tv. If you'd like to join in the live chat, pop over to ustream.tv, click on Inky Obsessions, and click follow, and you'll be alerted whenever I schedule an event or go live. So, okay, let me get this situated here, ladies. Um, oops. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Z. Did I say hi? Thank you so much for the paint, Sandra. I showed those on the stream when I streamed on Sunday. I'll have enough paint for a lifetime. But anyway, here's the watercolor canvas pieces that I made into the book cover on my Moleskine, what will be my planner. It's just a blank book right now. But I'll zhuzh that up with my calendars and some tabs and some dashboard and stuff in here. But not now. Not going to do it tonight. I just wanted to get this much done. I think what I'm going to do, I was talking to Chandra that owns Artistic Cat the other day, and I'm going to pick a total of 12 colors from my palette and get that moving. So I might play with that tonight. Here, look at these strips I had left over. Look at that one. I don't know what to do with these. I guess I could make that a bookmark, right? If I only read. It's hard to use a bookmark with my iPad. But isn't that a pretty little chunk? Just like when I do my collages. That's not much, but here's that one little corner I didn't want to get rid of with all that primary elements in it. All right, so that's left over. Who knows what will happen to that? But here is that little art bin. Hey, Kay Moore. The little art bin container. Remember this I did the other day? I got goo on it. I got to get this goo off of here. That'll drive me nuts from that label. Why they put labels like that on this stuff, I will never know. You know what? I might do that right now. Wonder where my goo gone. That's not what it's called. Oh, undo. Undo? Is that what it's called? I thought I used to have some of that right here close to me. I wonder where I put that. Hey, every time I clean up and get organized, I never know where the hell anything is. I might as well just try to intentionally hide it from myself. It would be about equally as effective. Undo. Where are you, undo? Oh, that's where you used to be. You're not there now. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. Found one. I know I have a couple of these laying around. This is good stuff. Now, I've never used it on plastic like this. Hope it doesn't get in my watercolors. Hey, Virginia. In the pool with your iPad in a baggie. Hey, Moffat. That's a new name. Welcome. I'm just going to drip a little bit of this on here. And I'm going to see if that'll work. I wouldn't be surprised if it does something with kind of miscoloring the plastic, you know, making it kind of foggy. I'd rather have it look like that than have this sticky crap on it. It is coming off. And I'm right. I think it's screwing it up. Oh, by the way, these palettes, Chandra's going to carry these on her Etsy shop. She said she's got them in stock. She just hasn't had time to get the pictures up there. Okay, that's probably not going to work. But anyway, this little palette it's magnetic in the bottom. And these are 1" by 1" metal pans that click in there. So there's 18 of them. I had 3 sets of the 6 5mm tubes of QOR watercolor paints. So that's what I have in here drying. They're still a little bit sticky, but they're better. Yeah, this was probably a mistake. So don't do that at home as I continue to do it. That ought to be illegal. Put these labels on like this. What the hell are they thinking? But I think I'm going to go ahead and make the swatch card. For this. So let's see. Where's my ruler? Where's my ruler? There we go. There's one. So I'm going to make this. I'm going to make it 6 3/4 by 3 1/4. Got to write it down. 6 3/4 by 3 1/4. Hopefully that's what I said. Let's see. Yep. Close enough. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than the bin. And let me see. I need a piece of watercolor paper. I don't know if I do these like most normal people would. I just kind of do them like I do them. Get my handy dandy cutter out here. And let's go, when I say 3 1/4. Three and a quarter by 6 3/4. Oh, look at you. Perfection. And then around the corners. Dorothy. Hey, Terry. All right. Good enough. And now I need a pencil. A pencil, a pencil. 3 1/4. Let's just go to 3. Let's go there. Right about there. Right. Somewhere in that neighborhood. And there, maybe. And then I like these Tim Holtz rulers. This one's all painted up, but they're generally, you can see through them. And make sure that even though I made these marks crooked, I can follow one of these lines and make sure the line I draw is straight. See how off I was? Oh, you probably can't. Hang on, let me bring in. So you could actually watch me screw up close up. Travis! Hi, honey, how are you? All right, let's do that for now. It's good to see you here, Travis. And good enough, and that's way off. Oh, mercy. Cutting out stars. Oh, yeah. I'm not very good at fussy cutting. I'm not sure if a star would qualify as a fussy cut, but to me it is. I gotta clean off this desk. If you'd see all this crap that's out here, you'd know why it making me crazy. Okay, so here we got 6 3/4. All right, I'm going to put that here. Well, let's do this in halvesies. Let's not be stupid. 6 3/4. So that's 3. Only 2, so I must step up my. Oh, yeah. That's hardly worth pulling out the machinery, is it? 3 1/4. That's about halvesies, right? Somewhere in that general vicinity. I don't care about making my things exact, as you guys probably already know. So each one of these, let's see, let's do, well, that's going to be, I'm going to eyeball them. So I just need to cut this into 3s. Oops. Not my pencil with the eraser. Right. So if I do one there, these are going to be very generous swatches, but I do have, these are 1 inch by 1 inch. So, plus a little space around them, so it is kind of roomy enough. I know. Stand back, Eileen. I'm trying to do some ciphering here. That looks like an awful big one. Good enough. Good enough for me. That's not too bad. All right. Now I put, oh, here's my cheat sheet. Remember I did this when I was putting them in there. So let me write. I couldn't write. I was writing so sloppy. I don't know what the hell was wrong with my hand the other day. Oh, Virginia, I just saw what you're talking. Hey, Grammy, I just saw you talking about you're doing a workshop. What are you doing? I missed that somehow. Put this in here so it's something with color that'll maybe stop doing that. What are you teaching? Oh, is it hot over there, Dorothy? And actually, we had a heck of a storm here yesterday. There was actually a tornado that touched down not too far from here. And it must have been on a front because it brought in some a little bit cooler air and less humidity with a nice breeze. The sun's out really bright, and it got a little bit warm towards the end of the day. Oh, I gotta see how you spell that. Oh, do I have it? There we go. There we go. All right. 100, over 100 Fahrenheit. Ugh, Lordy. Why is it got to be so extreme? Like, come on, be reasonable, people. That's sap. Yeah. Sap green. Green gold. Naples yellow. Indian yellow. Quin gold. Transparent. Pyrrole orange. Permanent. No, pyrrole red light, not permanent. Red light. Permanent alizarin. Burnt sienna. Isn't this riveting? Venetian red. Oh my gosh, the hottest day since 1976 in the UK. Yee. Transparent. Brown oxide. And raw umber. All right. Now let's do a little swatcheroo. Give these a little mist. I'm not going to give them too much because they are not completely set up. Some of them are a little tacky. I touched this one and it stuck up to my finger and pulled it off the magnet. It was so tacky. But okay, you're not dry yet. All right, get rid of this. Oh, Lord, I hear Babe up there crying. Cobalt teal. Indigo. Whoa, look how dark that is. Ultramarine. Oh, hey, Jean. This is the one that was real liquid and just completely took the shape of the pan without me having to get my toothpick in there and square it up. And this is dioxazine purple, and that's pretty low. I gotta get another tube of that. It's on the list. I like that one. Quin magenta. I'm picking up very little of this. And this one's sap green. That's a pretty green. I'm not an overly big green fan, but that's a pretty one. And I do like green gold as well. sort of a baby poop color, but I like it. Naples yellow. I'm not a big fan of this one, but it was in the set, so here it is. Very opaque. And this one is Indian yellow. So did I tell you guys that Chandra on Artistic Cat, K-A-T-T, on Etsy is going to be carrying these art bin palettes? She said she didn't have the pictures up on the site yet, but she was working on it. And said she's been really busy with preparing for a move lately. Green is the best color there is. Well, that's one person's opinion, I suppose. That's a pretty color too, that transparent pyrrole orange. That's nice and bright. Ah, see you, Virginia. Keep your Ziploc up. Pyrrole red light. That's another bright rich color. Alizarin crimson, permanent alizarin crimson. Burnt sienna. Hey, Lynn. In Raleigh. And this one's Venetian red. Not a huge fan of this one. That may not come as a shock to anybody. Transparent brown oxide. And raw umber. All right, let me get rid of this. I gotta get Dave to laminate these things for me. This one's been all, how much splattered up that one is. When I go to add to it, I'm gonna be hosed. All right, I'm gonna set this. So there's that one. Here's a close-up of that. See the space around each one of those pans? So it's really generous as far as getting a bigger brush in there, since it's 1 inch by 1 inch. If that's the kind of thing you like to do. But I like it. Move that out of harm's way. Oh, man. And I think what I want to do is, where the hell is it? Hang on. Where are you? Nope. Nope. Yep, there you are. All right. I want to try to narrow down the colors that I want to use in my PTP palette that Kat's going to put together. She said some people have already emailed her asking when it would be available, and not yet is the answer because I haven't done it. But let's see. So this is where I thought I was going to go, and I am going to stick with these, but these are 10. So she said 12 is a good number because the half pan palettes, right? You can buy 12 pan palettes. So, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this fuchsia in there. Moissanite I really like. I think I got enough of those shades. What do you guys think? I think I might get rid of this one. And there was a couple other ones I had in my little pea brain. Listen to that pain in the neck up there. Hang on, guys. Let me see if she's got to go pee or what the deal is here. Babe, come on. Come on. Let me take you out here quick. Everybody's going to wait for you, princess. Go ahead. That's a good girl. All right. Excuse me, Mom. Hey, do me, please. Thank you. All right. Everybody has peed. Well, except for me. But there was a couple other ones that I had in my little head for consideration. So let me see. Cascade Green was one. Patty, what are your favorite colors? Don't you need a silver or gold, even if the watercolor ones aren't that great? I don't know. I don't have the Daniel Smith Gold to try. I have the pearlescent, but I don't have the gold. Have to order that and try it. But I want to try now I got to get hang on. This has a little bit of phthalo turquoise in it. Imagine that. See? A little contaminated. But I like this Cascade Green. I don't know if you guys have this. Schminke Gold is the best. Well, you know, I'm going to try. I have a Schminke Gold in my palette, my Schminke palette. But I ordered, couldn't stand it, looking at those Kremers. I ordered some of their metallic colors. So I'll show you those when I get them. And we'll see how that goes. But this Cascade Green is really an interesting color. And to look at it in the pan, it looks kind of olivey, like I wouldn't like it. But the pigment as it dries down breaks into blue and green. You can almost see it starting to separate there. See that? So that's a really cool, interesting color to me. I really like that. And then I wanted to give Mayan Blue Genuine a second look. The dark was a little darker than I had in my head. I'm going to wet that one up a little bit. Oh, and Amethyst. That's the other one I wanted to look at. Let that get good and soupy. And what else? Oh, Moon Glow. It's right next to that one. I like that one a lot. So Mayan Blue. Is she putting together a palette in your name? Yes, Eileen. Yeah, she asked me to do a palette, and then she will put my name on it. And hopefully sell some for herself. I hope she does. And this is Amethyst Genuine. Now, I do really like this color. And this is one of the Primatex made of natural stones. And this is actually made from real amethyst. And this actually dries with some shimmer to it. You know, Mama likes some shimmer. I'm going to go with 12. I thought I was going to do 10, but she said 12 is a good number because of the 12, the size palettes for half pans. For the, the small ones like these hold 12 easy. So that seems to be a good number. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm looking. Yeah, I wish I had Daniel Smith Gold, but I don't have it. I thought there was another one I wanted to try. Serpentine, Green Apatite, Jadeite, that's pretty. They're all pretty. Aussie Red Gold, I like that one too. Let me put a little schmutz of that on here and see how it's different. Hey, Paula. I don't have these in the screen, do I? I still don't have them in there. How rude. Well, I think I'm zoomed in too close to get them too much in there. But so what did I say I was going to do? Oh, the Aussie Red Gold. That's one of the new colors. Remember when they came up with those 8 new colors? Patty, do you have Kyanite Genuine? I think I do, actually. Hang on. Let me see. I do. I'll do that one too, Z. Bloodstone, Kyanite. That's this one. I do. And that quick, I forgot the other one I was going to do. Oh, the Aussie Red Gold. Good Lord, squirrel. Paul, I was just telling the girls I did break down and get some of those Kremer metallics. Couldn't stand it. This brush is, hang on, a number 6 silver black label. Round. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. That's a 6. Look how pointy it gets. It comes really down into a nice point. So that's Aussie Red Gold and Kyanite. Kyanite. There it is. Okay. Let's do some Kyanite. This one also, I believe, yeah, I can see the metallic in here, or the shimmer in here. I can see that in the wet palette. This one, I believe, granulates pretty interestingly. Is that a word? Let me see if I can start seeing what these are doing here. I have to dry a little bit more, but you can see this cascade green breaking apart there into the blue and green pigment. Isn't that pretty? That's going in. Made the decision. Oh, Moonglow. That's the other one I wanted to try. And I did already wet that. Telling you, the old memory ain't what she used to be. This one is really cool too. It's not bright and crazy like most of my colors, but I like it. I like what it does. Yeah, I really like these silver black label brushes. You need to have an 8, you need a 6 and a 4. Might as well go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh yeah, that kyanite's got a lot of sparkle to it. Actually, looks like more than what the amethyst is showing me on here. Let me grab another piece of paper. You know what? I'm going to use the back of this. Babe, how did you get underneath of here? Oh, rascal. Let's see. This bright blue is pretty too. Queen coral. I don't have that on there. But I think I'm going to take out... Oh, I was looking at the wrong one when I was thinking I was going to make up by taking out the fuchsia. I already did take it out of here. Maybe I could take out... These are very similar. The phthalo turquoise and the ultramarine turquoise. They're different, but they're similar. Hey, Flint Rock and Shauna. Thanks for joining last minute, guys. This was a surprise to me as much as it was to you. Patti stunned her for a while. Paul, but she found her voice. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I do really like these. So I guess I should pick 2 to add to that, unless I got real brave and took out maybe this. Ooh, I don't know. I like that dark carbazole. But I like the imperial purple because that kind of breaks down a little bit of pink separating out of there. See that? I kind of like how that does that. But this is just, that looks, I don't know, on my camera, that looks more of a royal purple, but it's a dark, it looks more royal blue. But it's purple, dark purple. And I like all the Quinn colors too. It sounds easy to do to pick out 12 favorites, but it's a lot of pressure. Shadow violet, bloodstone, black tourmaline, zoisite. That's kind of dull. It's cool the way it granulates, but it's kind of dull. For my favorites, I should say. I'm going to hit this with a heat gun. And hopefully it won't. I know Patti would love my marine blue and my... I bet I would too, Jean. I believe I would. So the ones that came on later, make sure my hands are clean. Whew. Here's where I ended up so far with that journal cover. All right, so that got on there pretty good. A little shy around the edges, a little black sticking out of the edge, but not bad. I can live with it. All right, so that's where that ended up. Heat gun, that's what I started to do. Sweet mama. Stay focused, Patricia, stay focused. I don't know that that's possible anymore. Heat gun. Thanks, CB. I'm not sure if using a heat gun will let this moon glow granulate like it should. If not, I'll do another one and just set it aside and wait for it. All right, let's see what we got here. So Xander, this is your kyanite right here. See all that sparkle in there? I would call it like a grayish denim blue color. It's pretty. Let me try to get it to focus. There you go. See all that sparkle and granulation in there? That's kyanite. Here's the Aussie red gold. Here's the Cascade green. That's going in my palette. I like that a lot. This is the Volume Blue Genuine. It's okay, but I don't think I'd take anything out to replace it with that. And this is the Amethyst Genuine. Let me see if I can get you to sparkle. Focus. There you go. Now let me see if I can catch the light. This one's not catching the light as much. It's in there. It's just not as evident on this paper as this one is. And the Moon Glow did not break down the way it normally does. Here's a better example down the bottom. This long piece here is Moon Glow. See how that kind of breaks and has some pinky purpley black in there? I'm going to do another. I'm going to dedicate this piece to Moon Glow. I'm going to give it its due and just let it dry. We'll set that aside and we'll come back and feast our eyes on the magic. Yeah, the Aussie red gold is good, but it's close to this. It's kind of close to this-ish. It will actually, you know what? In the stronger color, it's got more of the red in it, but it does wash out to a very similar yellow, doesn't it? Huh. Such decisions. Here's a good example of that imperial purple. See how that's done that? And then here's the Carbazole and the, what's that? Cobalt blue violet. I don't know. Okay, so I add Cascade green. Do I take one of these? I've got 3 different purples in there. And I might take out the imperial purple. I don't know, the cobalt blue. Let me do some side-by-sides here, wet, and see what they do. Such a decision. I know, right, Travis? I want all of them too. Maybe I'll just have a 200 color set. That would help me out a lot. All right, let's just get this all gooed up here, shall we? Oh, shoot. Spray it on my... That one's not laminated yet. Knucklehead. Okay, let's do this. Let's do... Where's my cobalt blue violet? That's this one over here. Cobalt blue violet. That's very pretty. Very pretty indeed. And let's do Imperial Purple. That's up here. It's a lot more red. It's not very wet. I missed the spritzing. All right, and then I'm thinking about, I'm going to do these two again. This is Phthalo Turquoise, which may be my mostest favoritist. And then Ultramarine Turquoise, which is similar yet different. Are you choosing all day? Yeah, Paula. Chandra, who has Artistic Cat, Katt, on Etsy, she sells the half pans of Daniel Smith on her Etsy shop, and that's where I got all my half pans from. And she asked me if since my palette looks so different to her, she was on one of my streams a couple times, and she looked at it and said, "Your palette's so bright and different than what most people choose. Would you like to do a custom palette for me with your name on it to sell in my shop?" And I said, "Sure." So now I'm going back to pick 12 of my favorite colors. I started with 10, and then she said 12 is a good number because of the 12 pan tins. So now I'm trying to figure out, do I want to take a couple of these out and put a couple of more of those in, different than what I had? I don't know. It sounds easy, but it's so hard. Oh. This one, Ultramarine Turquoise, is a little on the greener side. That Phthalo Turquoise. You are number one. Number one, baby. And it looks so blue on there, but it's really turquoise. This one's greener. I'm going to do a little bit of Carbazole right next to this so I can see them all three together. That's this one. This is that real dark one. I'm picking it up kind of light there. So, all right. Hey, Glenda. Yes, it is an honor. It's very, very sweet and very flattering. So now I just have to figure it out. See, this was my first set, and I thought, of course that's me and that's my colors, but I do like these other ones to mix in and break it up. So I took out a couple of these and added in these four, and now I got room for two more. Make about 16, 12 color palette. There you go. All right. Oh. I don't know what her shipping prices are to Canada, Paula, to be honest. I'm sure if you contacted her, she could give you an idea. But I know they're very reasonable here, and having an Etsy shop of my own, I'm sure she's posting it accurate, not making any on the postage, which I think some people do, to be honest. But I think she's really accurate with it. Of course, you can always go through your Angie Trading Center, Annie Importation uh, Incorporated. Tell her you need 2 sets of 12, one for your blues and purples, and one for brights and yellows. Now, here's another thought. Do I take out one of these purples and put in the amethyst? It's kind of a grayed down version now, but it's sparkly. All right, let's do this. This is gonna get to the point where it's ridiculous. I know for sure, without a doubt, phthalo turquoise is going in there. Without a doubt. Forever and ever. And I know I got to put some cobalt teal in there. Babe, put a lid on it there, sugar britches. What did I just say? A cobalt teal. Sweet mama. All right, cobalt teal. And I know, why am I making them that big? I wanted 3 rows of 4. I know carbazole is going to go in there. That's that real dark purple. Put you down here, a little lovely. Oops, you're not wet enough. I'll put you there. I know you're going in. And I know I want to keep those 4 brights. So let's get some. Can you hear Babe crying? Babe! Hush, come here. Let's do some opera pink. Oops. Disaster happening up here. And let's do that phthalo yellow green. I like that next to this pink. This is. really an eye popper when you put them both together here. Look at that yumminess. And Quin Coral. That's down here. And what's the other one? New Gamboge. That's over there. Right, Quin Coral. Oh, it was contaminated with something. Crapola. I'll wash that out. Let's get a cleaner swatch down here. Who knows what was in there? Alright, and then what else? New Gamboge. Oh, that's really contaminated. Good Lord. Try that again, shall we? Still got some kind of red or something in there. Oh, I see where it is now. Hang on. It's a pretty orangey yellow. Okay. So I know I want Cascade Green. Right. Right. Actually, I want that to break a little bit more up there. Seems like when you get more water in it, it really shows that where it's. Hey, buddy. Breaking down. All right. So that's a little bit better image of the moon glow and what it does. See that pinkiness and purpley blue in there. All right, I'm going back to these purples. I know I want Carbazole. That's that one. That's a done deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. What? So 4 more, right? 8, 4 more. Ha 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 ha. Oh. What you want, Mojo? What's Sissy crying about, honey? What is Sissy's problem up there? Come here, let me see you a minute. Hang on. Mojo break, hang on. Let me see. I'm just going to have a look at your ear. What is wrong with your ear? Huh? I know. I'm going to doctor that up when we get upstairs. Can't have any boo-boo ears. No boo-boo ears for my Mojo. No. No, 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 no. Or do I just take these 10 and add 2? Because quite frankly, it's racking my brain. I think that's what I'm going to do. It would be an easier decision if I didn't really love this already. And I picked them because I loved them, right? I love you colors. So back on here's ultramarine turquoise. This is the greener one, which I'm almost out of. All right. And let's do cobalt blue violet. All right. I know, Joan, I'm struggling. It seems ridiculous, but it is true. So basically, the only thing I've added, I got one more to add. I added the Cascade Green and Imperial Purple. That's this one. And see, the thing is, I don't, and I was talking to Chandra about this. I don't use watercolors like 99.9% of watercolor artists use them. I rarely will mix my colors. I'm not painting anything realistic. I just kind of slap them on there and hope for the best, and it's all abstract. And so, I just so what my point is that I'm not going to pick out a palette like another artist would pick out that has a split primaries and a couple neutrals and that stuff, because everybody has those, everybody does it. She wants a palette that's me, and this is sadly me. So let's see, did I forget anything here? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then this 7, these 4, and then one more. And who are you going to be? One more amazing color. Are you amethyst with some sparkle? Are you moon glow because you're just cool and I like your name? Here's a better example of that one that's fully dry, a moon glow. I did show you this, didn't I? It's all coming back to me now. Come on. Oh, focus, you pain in my butt. Thank you. Do I want moon glow? Thank you, people. Do I want amethyst? Or do I want... See, that's too similar. The Aussie red gold, I think, is too similar. You know what I do like, though? I really do like this the transparent pyrrole orange. That's a really nice, bright color that I like a lot. Wait a minute, is that transparent pyrrole orange? And that's pyrrole. What's the difference of these? Hang on. What the hell's going on here? Do I have something? Do I have something mislabeled? God forbid. Let me go back to this piece. Oops. It would help if I put the bristles in the water and not the other end. All right. I'm going to do... This is called pyrrole orange. I'm going to do them in order of how they look to me, like a reading method, right? Oh, crap. Look at that. I just contaminated that one. That's pyrrole orange. And look at you. Oh, no, this is a Schminke color. The second one's a Schminke color, so out with that one. Oh, here's another one I like. This quinacridone sienna. That's a nice orangey color. All right, let's do that. All right, that's the quinacridone sienna. That's a pretty orange too. And now I'm going to go get the transparent pyrrole orange. This is pyrrole orange. This next one is transparent pyrrole orange. Wow. Wow, that's a lot deeper than I expected it to be. All right. Looking at my other choices here for an orangey color. I don't want it to be too close to the coral. And it's different for sure, all of them. All right, let me let that stew for a minute. Quinacridone pink. One more magical spot on my palette. What's it going to be? This is just more of this. I just want to play with that a little bit. And the Quin Sienna. This one's really a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be. This is the same color here. I just want to pick it up a little lighter. Oh, you know what, Kimberly? That's exactly what she's crying about. 8 o'clock. I shouldn't even say those words. Hey, Gayla. Or Galena, sorry. Um, that's the time that they get their meds and a TREAT. And that's what she's doing. Yours is more, your dog's whining every time Babe whines. Oh, Lordy. Huh. Well, I think one of these oranges is going to go in this hole right there. But which one of you beauties is it going to be? Kind of similar to this. That's more, I know orange isn't a primary color, so I know what I'm saying doesn't sound right. But that looks more like a primary orange, like a basic crayon orange. Thanks, Joan. Whereas this has more of a golden, rusty hue to it. And this is, I don't know, it's really cool. It's like a red orange, I guess. I don't know. Huh. Or do we go another direction? I'm going to look at a couple of my other quinacridone colors. 183 pounds? What the hell kind of dog is that? I just saw it roll off my chat. Holy mackerel. I'm just going to play here with some colors. I like all these quinacridone colors. Why don't they have a quinacridone turquoise? That seems rude. That's quin red, quin pink. And this is quin rose. Very subtle differences here. The first one is not Daniel Smith, is it? The first one. Ah, like you mean the first red I put on there? The first, yeah, all of these are Daniel Smith that I'm using. This is quinacridone red. This is pink. And this one's rose. Real subtle differences in there. I don't know if they even pick up on camera. I better write this down because I'll forget this bigger than hell. This is quin red. This is quin pink. This is quin rose. This is quin sienna. This is, oh crap, put my finger in it. This is transparent pyrrole orange. This is pyrrole orange. All right, I'm going to run upstairs and give them their 8 o'clock treats, and maybe she'll put a lid on it. And bottom first orange. This one is Daniel Smith Pyrrole Orange. And they're the same ones. I was just playing in different strengths of it. They're all Daniel Smith. Quinacridone Sienna. I have a Schminke transparent orange in my palette, but I did not put it on the paper. Maybe that's where you're maybe questioning that. And then these two are both the transparent pyrrole orange. So let me go up there and try to put a lid on this crazy dog. I'll be back in a few minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. If you're on YouTube, you might want to fast forward. What's going on up here, you two knuckleheads? What are you two crazy people? Sorry, ladies. The pups have been medicated and treated. And we'll see if she'll pipe down now. Sorry, guys. Oh, look how pretty these are. Ooh. Okay. This seems like it blends in with the brightness and, likeness of those. The Quin Sienna is just really a pretty color. The Pyrrole Orange, I think, is almost, the transparent one, I think, is almost too dark. And all the pinky reds, I think these two kind of cover it. So I'm thinking the Sienna. I'm watching it play back on what you guys are seeing now. Well, you're not seeing it now because I'm about 30 or 40 seconds behind. But I'm going to go back here to the Queen Coral. Which is one of the ones that I've picked over here. But I want to see this laid up against all these other reddy oranges. Now, I really like that Queen Coral. That's got to stay. That's darker there because it was really concentrated. Remember, I had a little something mixed in it there, so it's not showing up just right. But there's, right underneath of it is the true clean pigment. And I really like that. That's a nice blend of almost orange and pinky reds together. So that one's going to stay. I really think I'm leaning towards, oh my God. Babe, put a lid on it. Come down here or quit your belly aching. Oh, here she comes. She actually listened to me. That's a shocker. Here, get on here and lay down like a good knucklehead. What's the matter with you? See, she threw me off. I had another thought in my head that seemed brilliant at the time. That's for giggles. This is jadeite. This is another one of the Primatex. This seems ridiculous that I can't make up my mind. You need the first orange, Patty. This one here, I know that kind of fits more with it, but you know what I want to do? This is what I wanted to do. I'm going to make some lines on here. I want to see how transparent it is before I decide on that one. This is what you're calling the first orange, right? This one here. That's the one that's pyrrole orange. This is transparent pyrrole orange. And I want to see how if this one's transparent or if it's really opaque. I don't like opaque colors for how I use them. That's my hesitation. I like the brightness of it. So let's see. Yeah, that's kind of... Let me see what's going on here with my text. It's my husband. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing with this one and wash it out a little bit so it's not so dark. right? We will ask the seller to replace whatever you put in there to replace it with the first orange. Knuckleheads. Hang on. Where the hell is that one? That's this down here. I need to arrange these better somehow. I don't know what that is. That one's definitely more transparent. So here's the first one. You can see through it, but it's a little cloudy. This one is much more sheer. Let's just do this. You don't like my sienna? Um, oh, mercy. The pressure. Oop, that one's really runny. Runny. Yeah, I think it does have to go with that brighter one to really fit. Because this one's got more red in it and isn't as much of a contrast to this. All right, quit your belly aching. That was actually my first instinct, and I was talking myself out of it. All right, done deal. All right. There we go. So what did I do? I basically kept the same as this and added Cascade Green and this orange. Right? Oh. Oh, Lordy. You people making me crazy. Now, that's the one I was looking at the other night, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. So that's kind of representative of me, I think, right? Loud and bright. Well, I don't know about the bright, but the loud. Mojo, what's up, honey? Yep, Daddy's coming home soon. All right, so now this was, watch me put my hand right in the wet ones. This is phthalo turquoise. This is cobalt teal. This is cat. See what I tell you? Hello, I cannot be trusted. We'll go back to that one. This is carbazole, right? Carbazole purple. This is cobalt blue violet. I'm trying to write without putting my hand down. This is imperial purple. Oop. This is opera pink. This is phthalo yellow, green. This is Quin Coral. And this is New Gamboge. Right, and this is Ultramarine Turquoise. This is Pyrrole Orange. Thanks, Joan. And sure, I wanted to write it in there and I don't want to wait. Cascade Green. It's like looking in a mirror. I wish this one came out better though. That's not a great representative. Hang on. Sorry. Communications with the hubster unit. Oh, that iridescent blue would have been good in there. It was very difficult. There's so many pretty colors. I love these paints. Maybe I could make a secondary palette one of these days. I don't have the strength for it right now. What's that? Oh, a moissanite. I'd put a moissanite in there for sure. You know what I thought I'd really like is Sleeping Beauty Turquoise and Kingman Turquoise. They're both made out of the actual, hey Jody, they're both made out of the actual gems or Primatex. And they're not as fabulous as I thought they were going to be. To me, to my eye and what I like. I'll show you. The Kingman Turquoise, way too green for me. And not all that pretty of a green, in my opinion. And it's called Kingman Turquoise, and it's just, I don't know. It's not that strong of a pigment. It doesn't wow me. Some people love it, and it's not a cheap one either. You know, some of these are more money, right, because of what they're made of and the cost of the pigments that are in some. And this one is Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. Now, I like this one better, but it's still not as bright. It's more grayed down than I would have expected it to be. Although on camera it's coming out a little brighter. But that's, to me, better than this one. And here's the, oh crap, I sprayed that right on my, I gotta get that sucker laminated. See, this is that iridescent electric blue. It's a really pretty blue, but it's not as strong as it looks. Here, I got it a little bit deeper. I like it when it's got a lot of, I don't like the real watery look in most of the stuff that I do. Hey, Barb. Welcome. But that's the electric blue. And that's got shimmer in it, but you won't see that until it dries, I'm sure. But there's some other interesting colors. Like there's lunar blue. That's kind of cool. That one granulates into like a blue-black almost looking thing. Let's do something over here. There's something there resisting on the paper. I don't know what the heck I got my... Oh, that's weird. It almost turns blue, and then when I go back through it, it pulls up the black pigment. Can you guys see that happening? It's like it's magic. Let me see if I can show you without... See how when I like agitate it, you see the black pigment? And once it settles, it starts to go blue. It's magic. See, it's mostly blue. Isn't that crazy? Can't see, believe my own eyes. But those are some pretty colors. And this undersea green, for you green lovers, I'll show you that one too. I don't know why this is undersea green. It's very olivey foresty to me. And these are some real granulating ones up here. I'll show you. Bloodstone. This one really granulates too. I make smaller swatches so I can get them in there. That's kind of a neutral brown gray. Does that have shimmer in it? The sodalite. This one's sodalite. It's got a little bit of a gray-blue tinge to it. And then, what's that other one? Zoisite? Z-O-I-S-I-T-E. That's got a little bit of a green cast to it. These are all Primatex. So these, I think they're real pretty, but they're not my go-to palette, if you know what I mean. And black tourmaline, that's a good one. That granulates pretty good. Where am I going to put you, black tourmaline? Let's go down here. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? All right, let's go back and look at some of these and see what they're doing. Patty, what was the color next to the blue? Bottom right. Next to the blue. This one right here, Z, that's what I'm just going to show you. That's lunar blue. That's the one that was like kicking up black and blue. Is that the one you're talking about? That's lunar blue. It's really pretty. Look how that granulates. It's not completely dry yet. This is the iridescent electric blue, and you can see a little shimmer in it. There you go. That's starting to show up a little bit better. Yeah, and that's lunar blue. It almost looks like a reptile skin or something. And over here, this was undersea green. These aren't quite dry yet. Bloodstone genuine. And then that blue-gray one is sodalite. This one is sodalite. Here. This one on the end is zoisite. See how it's granulated some? And this one up here on the edge is black tourmaline. Yeah, so there you have it. I think I'm going to get ready and wrap it up, guys, because Dave will be on his way. Well, he is on his way home. He texted me already. Um, let's see. There was something else I wanted to put. Oh, the Sugalite. I'm not sure how you say that. This is a real light color. Of like a purple. Um, and it is a natural stone Primatech color, and it has some sparkle to it. Try to find a hole in here to show you. Let's go this way. It's more of a washed out grayish kind of purple. Get that off there before it runs. I don't know if that'll dry in time to show you that. Oh, here, you know what? Here's a couple other ones that are really. Oh, I messed that one up. Wonder if I can flip this over. Yes, of course I can, but will it work? Thanks, CB. These are bronzite and burnt bronzite. Oh, and Paula, I'll show you Minnesota pipestone. Minnesota. I don't know why I got this because this isn't in my color palette at all. But I thought anything brave enough to be called Minnesota pipestone, I should probably have it. It's very muted, kind of clay looking. I guess you could maybe kind of come up with some kind of a flesh tone out of this when you wash it down some. Not my favorite. Oh, you're welcome, Joan. Thanks for joining. I know it's late for you. So this one is bronzite. And the bronzite and the burnt bronzite are both very shimmery. And this isn't a real dark pigment. And this one is the burnt. Some of the Primatechs feel a little harder to pick up from your palette. I guess it's because that natural stone, it's a different feeling kind of pigment. But, ooh, are they worth the couple little extra swipes you got to do? All right, there's Minnesota pipestone. You won't see the shimmer in those yet. Bronzite and burnt bronzite. You see the difference in the shades. I'll try to stall and come back to those. I'm surprised my sample that I did earlier of the Amethyst Genuine wasn't sparkling like it usually does. I don't know if it was the paper. I don't know. That's pretty purple. Pretty purple. Is there anything anybody else wants to see color-wise? Not that I have them all. Oh, here, I wanted to see this Mayan Blue Dark again. That's the one I thought I had to have. All right, here's the Mayan Dark Blue. And this, Chandra says this is one of her favorite colors. And maybe it is one of mine too. I just don't know that yet. Oh, that is kind of pretty actually. Kind of in, if there was an indigo that had a little turquoise smell to it, this might be it. That's the Mayan Blue Dark. And then the Mayan Genuine, I'll put that right next to it. I like all the Mayan colors, actually, so far. This is Mayan Blue Genuine. This is Mayan Dark Blue. This one is Mayan Blue Genuine. That's the difference of those two. Yeah, turquoise smell. Didn't you ever have a turquoise smell? This one's Mayan Red. Kind of a pretty red. And I think I have a Mayan Yellow. Yeah, right there. That's a pretty bright yellow. And I thought I have a Mayan Purple or Mayan Violet in my shopping cart on Artistic Cat. Mayan Yellow. No, that's the only 4 Mayans I have. But that's the Mayan Blue Dark, Mayan Blue Genuine, Mayan Red, and Mayan Yellow. Now let's see what's happening up here. There's the Pipestone, Minnesota. This is Bronzite. Now, I don't know if you can see that shimmer. It's starting to come up here in person. I'm going to try to catch that light. It's not really showing, is it? Nope. Is it on the darker? Yeah, there you go. You can see it in the darker one. Let me try to see if I can catch this one now. There you go. You can kind of see it on the edges where it's drier. That's Bronzite and Burnt Bronzite. I really like this burnt one. The amethyst is being tricky with me today. It's not, you can see a little sparkle in there, but not. Anyway, well, I am exhausted. My day started at 5:30 this morning today. And Mama's Heidi is dragging. Jennifer, who's on first? Good Lord, you confused me on that one. I didn't see the previous conversation. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? All right, kids. Mama gonna call it a night. That long skinny streak in there is the soda light. As I go to say goodbye, I see something I forgot to show you. It's got a little sparkle in there, but that's a real light kind of color. All right, so you can see those granulated a little bit more. All those Primatex. There's your Luna Blue again, Z. That's really a pretty color. Kind of sad I didn't put it in there. Let's not go there, shall we? Let's let sleeping dogs lie. So that's where we're going to end up with right there. I do believe. Look at that cascade green now. Isn't that yummy how that breaks apart? Look at you. That's what we're going to end up with. Here's the moon glow after it dried too, that I did that sample I said I was going to show you. I'm going to hold to my word. That's moon glow. That's yummy. Oh, I see set 2 percolating in my head already. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get ready. Dave's on his way home. Hopefully bringing me a vanilla milkshake. I'm just saying. And although I told him, stop bringing me vanilla milkshakes. I got to get back on Weight Watchers. He said, when he texted me, you want me to bring anything? I said, how about a vanilla milkshake? I said, you told me not to bring any. Well, I'm telling you different. So, anywho, we'll work on this probably next time because I want to get this baby going up and running for July. All right, so that's my painted watercolored canvases that I finally glued onto my book for those who missed it. That was quite the fiasco, but I got her done, and we'll work on that later. So thanks so much for everybody joining me, especially our friends overseas. It's very late for you guys. I appreciate it. So, oh, don't forget, my stencil launch comes out on Thursday. So I will be streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at some point. Once I have an idea of my schedule, I'll schedule them and throw them out there so you get notifications. It's probably going to be Thursday evening, of course, and Friday evening because of work. Saturday, oh, excuse me, I'm yawning even. Saturday's going to be probably, and Sunday probably in the morning. I have to check with Dave and see what's going on. Once I sort it, I'll put them out there, and we'll have a coupon code. Same deal. New designs, 20% off, everything. A free, this is a mask this time. It's a free mask. If you buy $25 and spend $25 and at least one of those stencils is one of mine, you'll get the free mask. And if you spend $50, you get free domestic shipping in the U.S. So there. So I'll be back with all that kind of good stuff on Thursday. And you guys have a great week. I'll catch you later. I got to go save my video before I shut this puppy down. I'm going to stop the recording. So bye, YouTube.